Peace, everyone. Peace, 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 peace this evening. Peace, grand evening to all of you. Welcome to Karmic Dynasty. I am glad for those of you who are new to the platform. Welcome. We welcome you all. And I am also looking forward to seeing those of you who are familiar, who are returning, and who support the platform here once again. Today, we are discussing breast travel. Now, I've gotten feedback, requests, responses, awesome type replies and items in regards to breast traveling. And I'm like, don't overthink it. Don't think too hard. Where could breasts go? Where could they go? So now I'm going to tell y'all how, like I most times do, how I got to this broadcast. Personally, being transparent, because y'all know I don't mind being on the chopping block. I am experiencing my breasts traveling to the degree of where I'm noticing. And I'm like, Initially, I was like, OMG, I'm getting old. And let's like, oh, no, I don't want to see. I don't want to know. What can I do? Quick fix. What can I do? What I got to where I sweat a little bit, I gotta give a little bit of what? I gotta do a little bit of what? Because I don't want my breast traveling that way. You know what I mean? Now, again, being transparent, I have a guest in the studio with me today. The matriarch herself, Marcia. She's here with us. Now, I brought Marcia in, I don't mind at all giving credit where credit is due. I don't mind being transparent, busting up all lies and all that other stuff. When I dealt with this situation privately, and then I had to reach out to Marcia. I had to, and give her credit. And then is with the credit, ask her if she would mind coming on the platform to support others knowingly, directly, intentionally, as she helped me unintentionally, indirectly. She just being herself, and her voice made all the difference in my life. So now Marcia, I saw her back in the day, not too long ago, but back in the day, she was a guest on another platform. And I'm gonna let her tell y'all the story better than me because it's hers. But this is the impression, what I got from her. She was basically like, yeah, I ain't got no bra on. I don't care if y'all can see and tell I ain't got no bra on. So when I was going through my private moment, I remember Marcia and her words in that broadcast, how I interpreted them. And I appreciate Marcia for speaking up, speaking out, and definitely for being herself with no shame in her game at all. Welcome to Karmic Dynasty again, Marcia, if you would. Greet everyone how you see fit. Give them your opening, how you see fit, and tell us all how we can contact you, because you definitely know more than you can share than breast health, breast encouragement. So thank you, Marcia. If you would, gratitude.
I am Marcia Harris Owens. On Facebook, it's Marcia Owens Harris. And I am a small business owner with a company name of Common Sense, COMMONSCENTS, along with my husband, Black Star Organite. And I make bath and body products. I try to help other people, encourage them to, even if they want to just start a business, they can use my products to get started until they're ready to develop their own. My husband is a master mechanic. So we make various things. We're artistic people, and we like to make stuff, and we like to help people to learn how to make things. Well, we'd rather be 100 of us than one of us. I know a lot of stuff. I do a lot of fact finding. I call it research, but people have their own definition of that. So I just fact finding. What I don't know, my husband usually knows more than me, which is great because he's technically a genius on paper. So I go to him for a lot of information if I just don't understand it. Right now, he's recovering from shoulder surgery. He's also a state inspector. So in Virginia, you have to have your vehicle inspected. before you can drive legally. Some people don't do it correctly, but that's where he does, and he will not give you a break on that. If something's wrong, he's gonna let you know, because I'm driving on the road and he don't want you to run into me. So that's not gonna happen. There's no shortcuts to that. Miss Joy Allen brought me on the platform, and I'm gonna let her direct the questions for me, and then I will answer them for her as I understand it about myself. So, Joy Allen, you have the floor.
Gratitude, Marcia, gratitude. Now, as I share with everyone, and I request that you would share with them what you said in that broadcast when you were speaking about not having a bra on. And you're
Well,
basically like, I don't
how I
care.
came even to that enlightenment, I was fact finding, and the first thing that disturbed me was the process of having to have a mammogram every year. They suggest that once you get 45, and I had one. And when I went into the room, the lady did not explain to me the procedure. So I am standing there, and she has we'll just say this was the plate. And she stuck my breast on the plate, and another plate came down and smashed my breast to nothing. I didn't even know the breast could be reduced to this thin. After she was
Wow.
done, After she was done and I left out, I went into a full panic attack in the bathroom. It was so frightening to me. And I was like, there's no way I will ever be able to do this again. I can't. So I started looking up doctors that really tell you about these things. And the one doctor explained that when you go and have that type of a mammogram done, because there is another one that they can do, but when you have that type, he said the body is designed to heal itself. So when you do feel a lump, the body has been gathering poison for at least 10 years and putting in this little sack. So when they do the mammogram and they squish your breast like that, it's like a pimple. They bust it open inside of your breast tissue, and now all the poison leaks into your breast tissue, and the body can't gather it that fast, because remember, it took it 10 years to get to that point. So it's not like it's an instant mop-up process. So you may not have had breast cancer technically when you walked in, but you will have it when you walk out, because that sack of poison that the body has gathered to protect you has been bursted open. So I do not recommend that type of a mammogram. There are others, and blood work and all that. So when I started going further with that, I started understanding about bras. Now, I remember clearly my great-great-grandmother wearing the Playtex bra, and she had some really big jugs. So she always was supported. It wasn't nothing all dropping down. And I was like, cool. But then I remember when they made them underwire bras, and something about them never sat right with me. I always would get the pretty bra, but I would cut the underwear out because something didn't make sense. So as I started coming to knowing about energy, I realized that the underwire bra stops the flow of energy throughout the body. It cuts it off right underneath the breast. So now you have no real circulation going on in your breast area. Your lymph nodes are getting clogged from the deodorant, and you have on this underwire bra because it's pretty, and society's telling you you need to support your breasts. They need to be all perky. And because you're not comfortable in your own skin, you fall for the okie doke. So what I started doing, I stopped wearing bras. I would wear double t-shirts or big t-shirts. Like right now I have on a big t-shirt, but there's no bra. I have no bra on, but my shirt's big enough where I'm not exposing myself, or I have on a sweat jacket over it. Or I'll wear a sports bra if I need to go out amongst people, and just to be respectful to my husband, I will wear a sports bra, but that doesn't have any wire in it. If the bra has any wire in it, I'm either cutting it out or I'm not getting it at all. So I search out bras that don't have wire, or I wear the little cami tops, or like I said, a double t-shirt. There's things you can do and still be supported, but you don't have to have a toxic piece of clothing on because society has told you you need to look like them, and the Photoshop chick. And you like, oh, I don't want nobody to see my nipples. I saw this girl one day, and when I say she had no breasts, she was in the stove with her tank top on from working out, no breasts, no bra, and she ain't care if you saw a nipple or nothing. I was like, you go, girl. You got to be comfortable with yourself. People are going to talk about you no matter what you do, period. You could be flawless. She thinks she all that. You can't win. So don't worry about it. So that's why I no longer wear a bra. I be thinking about it and I just be like, no. So because I read this book, well, I didn't read the book, the author, I read their information, and they were talking about how people have been lied to about the bras, especially the underwire bras. They really talk about those underwire bras, how toxic they are. Like I said, it cuts off the flow of energy. You need to sweat. You need to get, the pores need to be open. You need your lymphatic system to be drained. But if you start steady clogging it up with bad deodorant, that's clogging up the lymph nodes. You have multiple lymph nodes in your body. You have them in the back of your neck. I found that out the hard way. But you're clogging up tissue that needs to breathe. So if you're putting on all these things that don't allow the body to breathe, then you're going to have an issue. So I make all my bath and body products. I make my detox deodorant. I make everything that I can think of, including my tooth powder, which is a mineral-based powder. You put minerals in your body, you need to put minerals in your mouth to promote good mouth bacteria. So if you don't do those things, the body is going to malfunction. It will hurt you to alert you. And I found that out doing things I shouldn't be doing. The body is designed to hurt you, to alert you, because you are part of the team. Your skin is your largest organ. So if you don't take care of that, everything else is going to have to make up, and there's going to be a resistance. So that is why I try to control in my own home what goes in my body and on my body.
Okay, now, right quick, you mentioned deodorant a few times.
Yes.
Okay, now there was a time I wasn't aware, but I was like, what's my underarm got to do with my breasts? Can you talk to us about that?
Well, you have lymph nodes,
which
is part of your lymphatic system. It needs to drain. So I've seen deodorant in the store saying clinical deodorant lasts for 7 days. I was like, so for a whole week, I got this bacteria trapped in my lymph nodes that has nowhere to go except into my breast tissue. And men can get breast cancer as well.
Yes.
A lot of these deodorants now are being sued because they're toxic, and they're the male deodorant. So men aren't even conscious that they're being damaged by products that they're using. So that's another issue. They're not talking about that. So when you have anything that clogs up your pores, especially something telling you you're not going to sweat for 7 days, that's just nasty. This is nasty, period, just thinking about that. So where's this bacteria going for this whole week? Where? And then you take a shower, but you put it back on, and now we got another 7 days. And so you don't want to smell. You wouldn't be funky if you ate better. And even if you is funky, just go wash up. Who cares? But we let society dictate how we look, how we smell, how we think. And they got us addicted to scents, colors, and bubbles. So then when we don't have those things, like I make my own laundry detergent. It's no bubbles, but I'll go on the laundromat and I'll see somebody with a half a machine full of bubbles. And I'm like, that's not coming out in the rinse. So that load of clothes that you just washed and you put bleach in it and fabric softener and a half a bottle of detergent, even though it told you a cap full, you got to put 4 capfuls in there because you want to see all the bubbles. That's not coming out in the rinse. Then you take it out the machine, you put it in the dryer with a fabric softener sheet. You just put chemicals right back on your clothes. Now, when you put those clothes on and you sweat, those chemicals go into your bloodstream. So you're now wearing toxic clothes. You washing your face in the towels, you drying off in the toxic towels, you got the toxic sheets, the toxic clothes, you put your kids in the same environment, and you're wondering why you got eczema, and you're wondering why you got breathing problems. It's your laundry detergent. It saturated everything in your house. Nobody even thinks about that. They just go to the laundromat and wash their clothes. They don't care. So I make all my stuff. That's the first thing I started doing was I teach a class called Detox Your Home. The first thing I started doing was realizing that even if I'm eating healthy, I'm eating organic, I'm eating vegan, whatever my process is, if I'm cleaning my house with toxic bleach and 409 and Karmic and Fabuloso, I'm awesome. I put some awesome in the bathroom one day and I had to leave out for 30 minutes. I couldn't even finish the bathroom because I was choking. And most people use awesome, don't even read the bottle. It actually tells you have to dilute it. And everybody just spraying it straight, concentrated. Yeah, it says diluted. I read it. I was like, oh, no wonder I was getting sick. But I don't use that anymore. I try to use a natural, like I wash my dishes in a natural detergent that I order that. But my laundry detergent, I can use that in any surface in my home. It's not just for my clothes. I can clean my entire house with it. So, and that saves me a lot of money. And everything in it is organic. I mean, it push come to shove without the actual soap flakes in it, I can ingest it. So I don't really I try not to make stuff that I can't ingest. Like I normally can't ingest it. Like I don't have to call the poison control center if I accidentally ingest any of my products. If I swallow my tooth out, I just got some extra minerals in my body. That's fine. So you have to look at it like that. Are you harming yourself as well as the environment? But you're the first line of defense. Now, when people clean their houses with all them chemicals, honestly, they're supposed to have on a hazmat suit. They don't even realize that. They're supposed to have on a face shield. They're supposed to have on them long gloves, a full body suit. You're supposed to actually have on a hazmat suit because every chemical you use, if you look up the Material Safety Data Sheet, MSDS, it will tell you it's toxic. But we don't care. We just want our house to smell like bleach and Fabuloso.
All right. Yes. Yes. Now, one thing I learned from Marcia, I learned many. That's why I say one thing I learned that I'm going to share right now. As far as household cleaners, I use the soap nuts, the soap berries, after I'm done using it in my laundry because it comes with a pouch. So the soap berries go in the pouch. And I also use the grapefruit rinds, so my citrus rinds, those things like that. Because I remember also you had mentioned before that all of those cleaners have like lemon scented dish soap, grapefruit, lime. I figured just use it straight from the fruit, the source.
Right.
And probably you know more and better than I do, but those products, those are chemical scents. They're not even the real scents of lime, grapefruit, and lemon. And if they do have some in there, it's enough to be technically labeled properly. Right. And they don't have near the health benefits as if you just use it straight from the source itself. Right. And also, it's not always I eat the fruit. Sometimes I buy the fruit just for cleaning. I don't even buy it to eat it. I use it to clean. And sometimes I use those peels. And sometimes, like, I'll take the whole grapefruit and cut it in parts and put it in my laundry too.
Yeah.
Smells great.
Yeah.
Smells
It
great.
does.
And it's that, and plus lemons are natural cleaners. They're
Yeah.
all natural cleaners. Because
Yeah.
one natural cleaner back in the day, before I became aware of the knowledge like what Marcia shares, I was looking to clean the refrigerator door on the top where the seal is at. And without, because it's kind of tight sometimes, you can't get down. I want to get down there. So I Googled and researched, found out how to get. So it said, get a lemon, cut it in half, and then just put the lemon through there, you know, and wipe it, cleans it.
Yep.
So I learned a long time ago about the natural cleaners. So I appreciate, for real, Marcia coming along. Well, I came across Marcia with a fuller, bigger package of natural cleaners and ways to clean naturally and not have to worry about those chemicals. Because last I checked, Walmart didn't sell hazmat suits. So I don't know where I get a hazmat suit. I don't have time to be messing with them chemicals. Where do people, so people know where to buy Clorox bleach. People know where to buy Fabuloso. Anybody in the audience can tell me right quick where we buy hazmat suits at? People say Joy Allen knows so much. Joy Allen does not know where to buy a hazmat suit. Can somebody talk to me? Maybe. I'll wait. I'll stand by. Most of y'all in here, yeah, y'all have my personal number. So you call me, email me, contact me, let me know. I don't know where to buy a hazmat suit. So right now, while I'm on here wanting to almost be a crybaby about my breast traveling, I should be more concerned back in the day about a hazmat suit. Priorities is like jacked up. So speaking of, is she go Amazon? Okay, Amazon got everything. Easy. But to walk in the store and try it on, do they got like a hazmat shop with dressing rooms? Because I don't have time for stuff that's too big and it get in my way and I trip and fall in a chemical and then there I go for real. I don't have time. So yes, hazmat shop with a dressing room. I'm going in the ladies' dressing rooms and then yeah. So right quick, I'm gonna talk about Marcia mentioned eczema and other things in relation to, and she mentioned cancer and some things. I have a t-shirt and no panty zone video, links in the description, that talks about herpes. Eczema is herpes and awesome other stuff. I need y'all to go check that out. And Marcia was talking about bras. No bras. Now, because I just mentioned t-shirt and no panties zone. Fully encouraging the no panties for the ladies. Fully encouraging no panties. Watch the video. You know where I'm coming from. If you don't already know, Marcia already told you about the no bra journey. I've been on the no bra journey for a moment. My first time in the no bra experience, I was in a grocery store, went by the frozen food section and the dairy section, and then was wondering why people looking at me. I was like, because it was my first, I'm already whatever about the bra. But then I looked and my nip, it was cold, so my nipples was, and Marcia's talking about the girl who was walking around with no breasts and nipples and don't care. I cared about how people looked at me. So I was like, next time I went out, whenever for a period, whenever I would go out, I was good with the no bra, but I wore a jacket over it. Cause I don't know if I really cared about how they felt, but I know I felt uncomfortable. I felt like they could see me. You know what I mean? So yeah, me and my first experience with the no bra was kind of uncomfortable. I don't care what people think. I still don't wear a bra. Like Marcia said, if I wear one, there's no wire. And it's a matter of respect, depends on where I'm at, what I'm doing. And if I do it, it's because I don't want people looking at that part of me, especially if it get cold or a chill come through. Sometimes when I sneeze, I get chills, so it activates the nipples getting hard. I'm having a moment right now because that made I was uncomfortable. I just felt like people, like I was naked. That's how I felt. And that was like, either way. Also coming on here today, I'm gonna share this right quick. Right quick. Coming on here today. So this term to me, saggy, is like in a sense like a derogatory term. It's like a whole negative feel vibe when it comes to talking about women and the saggy breasts in the term. Now, when you look at the word saggy, like the word breast falling don't even come up. I mean, is this showing on here? Yeah, hold on, it's not. What am I looking at? Where'd it go? Okay, it was. It was. Okay. Saggy. Like they got saggy pants. And there's the whole, what is it? There's the whole debate about saggy pants, good or bad, and those that don't care. And of course, the history on saggy pants. We got saggy skin, saggy neck. I didn't know saggy neck was, I mean, I'd be seeing this a thing, but I didn't know they had that name. And saggy eyelids. And then they got saggy dog and some other stuff. But saggy breasts, I see that nowhere on here. It becomes a thing where I didn't, when I was making the title for the video, of course, I wasn't about to put saggy breast up there, but I was trying to figure out another way how to say breasts, you know? And then sometimes some people say down is up and up is down. So I could be like, my breasts are elevating, not going down, but I just use the word travel because it could be. And then, you know, also with traveling, because based on some people get those breast implants, so then they breast travel this way, but with the implants they travel back up. So you know the whole travel word came with me. Marcia, I seen your response. Talk to me about breast implants. I see you.
So we see, like I said, society, they want to dictate what you look like, what your body should be. People get breast implants for whatever reason. It might be to enhance, to make them feel good. It might be to make they may feel good. They might be a porn star and they need it to make their money. But what people don't know is that you have to get that redone every 10 years. And hopefully you got your money right if you're going to do that. Second, it's harder for them to detect breast cancer when you have something over the tissue. They can't really get a good visual. So, and if one of them pop, because a lot of them use the silicone, I mean, if you get the fat from your butt and then move it to your breast, that's different. That's natural. Your body will accept that. But if you go get a foreign substance and that pop in you or leak, now you got a whole different problem. Not to mention that surgery can be dangerous and fatal for some people because the body will reject it because it is a foreign substance, or you can set up an infection. So I'm not against anybody getting something that makes them feel good, but they need to make sure it's making them feel good and not because they feel like society has said this is, you should have a 34, 26, 36 body. And okay, well, you only at a 34, maybe you need some bigger breasts. It's women out here that got, I was looking up the women. If you Google women with the largest breasts, I think this woman breast is like a 50 triple F or something. They don't even do it in the United States. She had to go to another country and keep making them bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, you got to be mentally disturbed. She can't even lay on her stomach. She got to have some support her while she sleeps. She can't even really even lay sideways. And don't try to lay on her back because one go one way and one go the other. She probably got breathing problems and everything. Why that is a mental problem. That she go, the one in the white shirt. That's a mental problem. Society has told you you need to look like that. And I don't care how much money you make. She could be a millionaire. $1 million, I would not want to look like that. That's insanity. Right. You got to be comfortable with the skin you're in. You know, in some of the motherland countries, still women are not wearing, basically clothes. They might wear a little something on the bottom, but they walking around here with their breasts out. That's part of their tribe. Then it's not a problem. Nobody looking at them funny in the village. They like, that's what they do. But they want us to live by this false narrative of who we are. If you weren't born like that, then be happy with whatever you have. I see women that got bigger breasts than me, and well, I didn't get the breast. Oh well, I guess I skipped that line. I must have been in the brain line or something, because I didn't hear them calling for breasts. I just think, go get more brains. That's what I got. So I just have to be happy with that. But I stopped wearing the bras once I understood about how breast cancer forms in the body, how the body protects itself. Then once I understood about the mammograms, I've had one. I will never get another mammogram where they squish my breast on that plate. And I know there's other ways to find out if I have damaged tissue. But the whole thing, the word cancer, is to scare the hell out of you for you to want to deal with the pharmaceutical industry. We, to be honest, everybody got cancer, but it's all about how the body understands the problem and then corrects it. So every day is probably correcting those damaged cells. And if you go with a master herbalist, they can get the cells back right. It's just damaged cells. The body eliminates cells all day, every day. But once they build up too much, and it's usually coming from eating bad food. I'm tell you that right now. Meat has to rot to come out of the body. You're full of worms, parasites, and it's damaging your cells. So when the doctor see that you got damaged cells, they're going to say you got cancer. And then you're going to be in there crying and wanting to have a solution, but he can't give you that solution because he can't repair the cells. He can cut on you, and it might work for about 5 or 6 years. But when them cells regroup and come back stronger, they can't cut no more. They can't do no more mustard gas radiation on you. So don't let that C word scare you into, oh, let me go get on these drugs. Find you a master herbalist, let them reset your system. You need to cleanse all fruit diet and the strongest herbs they make. Dr. Sebi started that train, but now there's a young man out here named Yaki Hickman. Yaki Hickman is Dr. Sebi 2.0. You can go on his Facebook, his YouTube, his website. He studied with Dr. Sebi and his family, but this guy is way beyond them. Now, he will give Dr. Sebi all the credit all day. Yes, he will. But I'm here to tell you that Yaki Hickman is way in the stratosphere with what his knowledge is of how to heal the body. And all those cases that Dr. Sebi had to go to court for and prove that he could do that, Yaki Hickman does the same thing. He got all the documentation. It's nothing that he hasn't reversed. We can't use the word cure, but reverse. We're going to use the word reversed. He knows his stuff, and he has a team behind him, and they will get you right. And yes, you are going to have to invest in your health. You can't have a McDonald's diet and expect to live to be 70 years old and not get cancer. Real cancer, stage 4 cancer, colon cancer, prostate cancer. So it's the stuff that they have programmed us here to be eating. This is stuff that's not even natural to our bodies. That's why the body keeps rejecting it. That's why we have all these health issues. We have all the skin breaking out. That's the first sign that there's a problem. You start getting stuff on your skin, you're like, okay, what did I eat this last week or two? You got to figure it out, because it's something you've been eating that has accumulated, and the face is the first place to tell on you. So I used to have real bad adult acne. I mean, really bad. Like I wouldn't even go outside when I had a flare up. And one day by accident, I used some shampoo, because I hadn't used shampoo in like 2 years. I just used coconut milk in my hair. When I started going back natural, going back to my roots, I would just use coconut milk as my conditioner. I wouldn't use shampoo. because shampoo strips your hair. And because it obviously must be stripping your hair if you got to use shampoo and then use a conditioner. So I was like, well, just use a conditioner. The water pressure gonna get the dirt out. So I used the conditioner and then I used the shampoo one day. And then next thing I know, the lymph nodes in the back of my neck came all the way out. And it was like 2 big knots, and I was scared. I didn't even know you had lymph nodes back there. So I took some apple cider vinegar and I poured it in my hair and I put a bag on. And this time I had a real bad adult acne outbreak. My whole face was covered. I was supposed to go to a funeral. I couldn't even go. My face was filled. As I'm looking in the mirror with this apple cider vinegar on my hair to stop these lymph nodes from protruding, to get them to go back down, because it was something just told me that to do that. I didn't do no research. It's just like apple cider vinegar, hair, lymph nodes. Okay. I'm looking in the mirror and the adult acne was just racing off my face. Like literally, it was just like do. And I was like, what's going on here? So I looked it up. So now I oil cleanse my face. I take grapeseed oil, wipe my face down, let it sit 5 minutes, take a really, really hot towel, wipe it off, and then I spray my hair, my face, and my neck with a mixture of apple cider vinegar and I can use distilled water, but I use the water from our Berkey filtration system. So purified water and half raw apple cider vinegar, Bragg's with the mother in it, organic. And I spray my hair, my face, and my neck. I haven't had an adult acne outbreak in 7 years. Something just that simple. Neutralize that chemical reaction. And all it was I had bacteria in my hair follicles. You can't see it. It's down in there. We never detox our scalp. We just keep putting stuff in it. We never did a deep detox. So those chemicals are slowly leaching down into our pores. And now we got problems because we never detoxed our scalp. And I was a relaxer. Shoot, I probably was getting relaxers from the time I want to say 14 until about 10 years ago. So I never had a deep detox in my scalp. I didn't even know that existed. So it's no telling how much buildup I have in my hair cuticles and the follicles that you can't actually see. These things go down in there. They ain't just sitting on top of your head. It's in there somewhere underneath the skin. We can't see that. But you got to do a deep detox. Just like you detox your body and you say, I'm going to purge and cleanse and get rid of these parasites and worms. Your skin is your first line of defense. If you never detox that, then what? It's still going to be a problem. So once a week, I just take the spray bottle and spray my hair, spray my face, and spray my neck with apple cider vinegar and water mixture. 50-50. It's real simple.
It's real simple, y'all. It's real simple. It's much more simpler. I don't know. I'm about to say, I'm saying it's much more simpler than being ignorant. For real. Ignorant is not knowing, but once you know, you're no longer ignorant, then you get to see how simple it is to fix what was going on when you were in your ignorant status. That's how I'm gonna put that. That's simple.
Yeah.
Fixed, done. Fixed and done. So in a world, as I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna piggyback off myself right now, where down is up and up is down. So we're speaking, I hear a lot about no implants, please stop. And I'm hearing that no, implants ain't good. Oh, we saw the lady with the out here Marcia told us about. So let's look at another side. Maybe, and when I thought of this in planning, I wanted to speak about the health benefits of breast implants. Because I'm like, okay, there are no health benefits. Maybe mental health, as Marcia mentioned, if it's for you or some, some people got like job employment package benefits. So Marcia mentioned if they're a porn star, some other stuff. Okay, that's a benefit to them, depending on how you look at it. But just to type in Google and health benefits of breast implants and actually get some results, I was like, okay, So it's saying what Marcia said. They last about 10 years. They're durable. They're safe. Okay. Not always. I'm going to say that. And based on Marcia said it too. Not always. And breast implant surgery is a relatively safe procedure. There's a low risk of complications or side effects. Breast implants can boost your self-esteem, which we looked at. Now, this one right here, I'm going to address a low risk of complications or side effects. Marcia addressed them. I'm not willing to lay on the table and get cut and gamble that I would be on the no risk side of the scale. You know, it's a low risk there of complications or side effects. Like, what's the side effects? Marcia already mentioned some. Let me look the side effects of breast implants. Let's look at that. Because I'm like, scar tissue that distorts the shape of the breast implant. So you already got the breast implant for a reason, and I don't know if it's to help the shape of the breast, but most time that's what it does. So to know that the so-called correction, the fix, is distorting the breast, you might not even had. Okay, it's natural, so it's not distorted. You call yourself correcting the shape of your breast, and then you get this breast implant, and then it looks like you in a nightmare for the rest of your life, or you have an additional breast implants to correct the distortion that happened during the results of the breast implant. Is like crazy. I don't know if I'm sounding right now. It does sound like chaos. Breast pain. You ain't had no breast discomfort before, only just the one you imagined or wasn't working right for your life. Now you got breast pain. Infection. Marcia mentioned infection. Changes in nipple and breast sensation. What type of nipple sensation? What type of breast sensation? What? We get enough breast and nipple discomfort and not necessary sensations when we have like the mammograms Marcia mentioned. Because I had one of them clap you in there, clasp you, like imprison your breast in it. That was one-time event for me because I was feeling some kind of way like Marcia. And they did tell me how the procedure was going to go, but to hear it and then to see that breast get clapped down, that's a whole nother event. I heard you, but I wasn't ready for my breast to get in there. I wasn't ready for that. That didn't happen before. I mean, that's not happened before, and it didn't happen after that. Then we got what else? Implant position changes. Okay, so what, like the breast implant here, and then it switches over here. So then you ain't gotta lay down for your breast to go both ways, like Marcia said earlier with that lady with the ones that's everywhere. Or it just goes down. So you got one breast down here and one up here. And that's a bra you need on then. Or some people would go right back to surgery to get that cut again, to get it corrected, just to maybe have both of them go sideways one day. I mean, right now I'm learning. I'm in here. I came in here almost possibly looked like I was crying about my breast going traveling downward. But right now, I'm helping heal myself right now. I'm encouraging myself right now. I am not thinking about no leakage or rupture. Leakage, and then leak into where? Like, I'm already working on correcting all the other stuff I done ate in life that's in my body somewhere, anywhere that's possibly doing damage. I don't have time for breast implants to be leaking and adding to what I need to correct. I already got corrections to make. What's really going on? Health benefits? I say no. Scar tissue, it never come back to perfect. Except in Bell. Mental health, okay? Some people just add to the mental health. Some people have the medication prescriptions Marcia was talking about earlier. Some people have mental health. We had to do that broadcast another day, but some people do they self-inflict, they inflict themselves with pain. They like some type pain and punishment. They got some stuff going on. The pills, or they scar themselves, or they lash out at other people, or they get surgeries. Some people like need a quick fix sometimes, and then maybe they don't want to take the drug to help them feel all special and flowery and rosy and perfect. They just spend some money every 10 years and just get their breast cut up, sliced up. They had to, I mean, I was about to say they had to get their breast cut every 10 years, but how else the implant gonna get in there? I mean, every 10, but let's say you 20 when you get your first breast implant. So then when you 30, you get a breast implant. When you 40, 50, you're going to get it 5 to 6 surgeries just on your breast. Times 2, because they 2 did, so that's 12 surgeries in your lifetime just because you're worried about your breast health. I mean, you worry about the image of your breasts. This sounded crazy, Marcia. Marcia, what you saying over there, Marcia? I'm telling you,
it is crazy, you know, and it's bad because you got teenagers out here getting breast implants. I mean, still in high school because they want to have an image. They want to be popular. All this social media got people crazy. TikTok. They want to look good for the camera. And, you know, most of us of color don't have those type of funds. So it ain't us that's out here getting these surgeries. We just gonna let it do what it do. But when you are wrapped up in that level of society, you feel like you got to, you know, compete with the Joneses. You know, we don't live in the Hamptons. We ain't hanging out with Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Kennedys. So we ain't worried about that image. So we have to promote positive images in our community that fit our standards. We can't be fake. And that's the problem. And you even look at our own situation with, I'd say, hair care. So many young ladies are getting weaves down to their kneecaps. I don't mind you getting a protective style, but come on, baby. Even if I grew your hair for the next 20 years, it wasn't gonna get that long. Why do you need to put on that show? Now our hair can grow that long and beautifully, but it take work. And we don't want work now. We want to do the quick fix. My hair used to be halfway down my back when I was 8 years old. So for 8 years, my mama grew my hair, and that's where it was at. We don't want to take the time to even do that. My hair has been growing for about 4 years. I got to keep it up because it's all in my face. It's down here now, past my shoulders. It's annoying, to be honest. I'm trying to figure out another style because now this is coming in my face and I don't like that. But my hair will probably, if I give it another 10 years, it'll probably be halfway down my back again or close to my butt. We don't want to take time for things to develop naturally because society tells us you need to go to the shop and spend $500 and sit there for 12 hours and come out with these braids that last 3 months. And I hope you got another $500 in 3 months. Because now we got to do this all over again. You got to get the nails that look like some cat claws. I do not even understand that. Trying to figure out how y'all wiping y'all butt. You know, and then you got the eyelashes that look like you about to fly away. I can't stand nothing near my eye. If an eyelash fall in my eye, I'm about to freak out, man. What? I'm going to get the tissue, wetting it, and I'm trying to get that out. I don't want nothing in my eye that don't need to be there. So we have let society program us into being human Barbie dolls. That's all we have become, human Barbie dolls. I'm not interested. I didn't play with Barbie dolls when I was a kid. I'm not finna play with you now. Got the lace front. I'm like, what is that? Who even came up with that? Y'all lost me with that one. Okay, whatever. What happened to the press and curl? Y'all weren't happy with that. I'm like, yeah, we don't want that no more. Getting tired of getting our ears burned. So now we gonna put this lye in our hair and melt it. Yeah, y'all go ahead. Y'all seen Malcolm X try to stick his head in the toilet when they did that movie? Then their head was all in that toilet. We have let them tell us that we are not good enough for ourselves. Our breasts should be in a sling. It shouldn't be free. That doesn't look ladylike. Really? We shouldn't be breastfeeding our children in public. Really? Cover everything up. Wow. Yet our ancestors were your freaking wet nurses. Y'all didn't have no problem taking the titty milk to feed your kid and letting ours starve. But now we want to feed our own kids. It's a problem. You're going to give us some formula. We don't even know what's in that stuff. What is that? They don't encourage breastfeeding. They want us to feed our kids some chemicals out the gate and wonder why these kids got these brain issues. You've been poisoning them since they was born. And then let's not talk about soon as your baby come out and they wash them up at the hospital and you get your baby and your baby smell good. Your baby smell like Johnson & Johnson. Now you think that's what clean baby's supposed to smell like from now on. So now you slathering Johnson & Johnson on your kid at every bath. They got to get the shampoo. They got to get the lotion. They got to get the diapers that smell good. Kids don't smell like that. What is that? Now you got a little chemical baby. Formula and all the stuff on their skin. And you wonder why they got cradle cap, eczema, digestive problems. Oh, my baby's lactose intolerant. Well, they should be. That's natural. We all should be lactose intolerant. But we sit here and let them convince us. Then they'll say, well, you could get milk donated from another mother if you can't breastfeed. And we looking like, I don't want nobody else milk. Your kid needs breast milk, not some formula. What is that? Most of the formula is soy-based, high in estrogen. You sitting up here feeding your baby boy a high soy estrogen-based formula. You keep on letting them recondition your kids. Go ahead. Don't worry about it. When they ain't acting right, you think about that later. Why they all messed up. You've been poisoning them from the womb. Poison them. As soon as they came out the hospital, get them some Similac. Yeah, they got a contract with Johnson & Johnson and Similac and Enfamil. That's what you're going to get. You're going home with that package. They want to get you hooked out the gate. We don't think about none of that. When you can get some goat's milk and bathe your baby in that, or get some goat's milk soap from me. Look, I got your solution. Make your own detergent. Wash your baby clothes in that, so you ain't chemically poisoning your baby's skin. You won't have to worry about that eczema. That's what that's coming from, that detergent. Y'all don't understand. It's attack on their immune system. The body response is to create an environment that you can see. My baby got eczema. Here, take this soap. Oh, that cleared it up. I know. And take this detergent too. Stop washing it in that crap from the store. I don't even know what that is. The detergent from the store is probably 80% water anyway. Why are you paying for water? So it's solutions for these problems. They're simple solutions. We don't have to keep poisoning ourselves physically or mentally. A lot of the, and they ain't gonna tell y'all this, a lot of the mental health issues start in the gut. Your good gut bacteria has been compromised. The gut and the brain work together. So if your gut is off because you're drinking alcohol, using drugs, eating food that's high in chemicals, that's going to affect your brain. And at some point, it's not going to work properly. You've been chemically castrated, basically. So once you get out of that zone, because I can tell you from my own personal experience, once I started eating better, I started seeing things more clearer. I really started being in tune with the universe. But before then, I was wilding out like everybody else. I ain't give a damn. You can't tell me nothing. I'm at the nail shop. I'm at the hair shop. I'm flossing. I'm making my money. I'm got this Negro and this Negro and this Negro. Please, I probably had more Negroes than Will Chamberlain had. I bet you I could beat his record if I really thought about it. But I was wilding out. And I realized once I started eating right, when I was in the poor neighborhood, all I was eating was hamburgers, gyro, tacos. I ain't never drink no water. I drank Gatorade. Gatorade was water. I almost lost my kidney to Gatorade. I never drank water. And I was always angry. Or I was always scheming. Because I was trying to survive the next day. But when I got married, my husband changed my whole mental understanding of life. He gave me an opportunity to be whoever I wanted to be without being interrupted. He made sure he paid all the bills. And he said, if you don't want to work, don't work. Cool. I was able to relax and actually start thinking like a child. So I was able to go back to childlike thinking and making things simple, because kids have no problems. They just love life. They just enjoy everything about life. It don't matter. And I was able to get my childhood mind back and then start creating whatever I wanted to create. If I didn't understand it, he would help me. If I couldn't figure it out, he would help me find a solution. He was right there. And I ain't got to scheme no more. I ain't got to always be angry. I ain't always got to be looking over my shoulder. I can just sit back and chill. If I don't want to get out the bed, I ain't got to do that. He said, whatever you want to do is fine by me. See, that's what's a problem with us. We all about ourselves instead of coming together as a collective and being all for one and one for all. We didn't went to every man for himself. I got mine, you get yours. What is that? So nobody's really getting anything. A few getting the pie and the rest of us getting crumbs. Now you wonder why the ones that's getting crumbs is coming with the gun trying to take your pie. But if you was sharing with them and y'all all equal, we all eat together. Ain't nobody mad. Ain't nobody jealous. We good. We all network and do all that. But the first problem I found out, I figured this out. The main problem our people have is housing. That's the biggest issue. Because if you don't have a place that you can comfortably live and come safely every day, you always in survival mode. And if somebody's sitting here with a 4-bedroom house and they the only one in it, they should be ashamed of themselves. Because I know they got some family members that need some help, but they like, I'm not going to help them. I don't like all them people in my house. That's our first problem. So now my husband and I have joined with Farouk Hunter at Freedom Village in Sparta, Georgia. He also has another location in Kazakhstan where we're building a Black community. So we got 2 plots of land. He portioned it out. His family spent all their money buying land, and now he wants to help everybody become self-sufficient, off-grid. He's going to have 500 families eventually. So we in phase one. There's going to be 4 phases to this. We got 2 plots of land. We just got to build it out. We will always have housing. Housing is the biggest issue for our people. And if we don't put ourselves in the position where we have generations in one home, you're supposed to have 3 generations. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. You have the grandparent, the parent, and the child. The grandparent and the child will mesh together. The parents are supposed to go and create the income to take care of the family. So you shouldn't be paying for babysitters, because grandma should be right there, and this child should be getting those life lessons that you probably missed out on because you weren't paying attention. My grandson paid lots of attention. So your 3 generations are supposed to be in one household so you all can protect each other and cycle information. But now y'all like, I don't want to be bothered with them. I'm going to just be over here living my life like it's golden. What? Elderly people should not be in nursing homes. Should be ashamed of yourself. None of my elders were ever in nursing homes, ever. And I know I ain't going to be in one either. And I told my kids, if they don't feel like taking care of me, they can drop me off in the woods somewhere with a knife and a blanket. I'll figure it out. But don't put them in those nursing homes. I know it's stressful, but that's why you need a community and a team. Somebody take days. Somebody come bathe them. Somebody come take them to the grocery store. They need y'all. They gave all they had to you. It is time you start giving back. And yeah, they angry and they irritable. Just ignore that. Get them some music. Y'all be amazed what music can do for the spirit. Get them an iPod and put it on their ears. All that yucky anger, they're going to be like, oh yeah, I remember this. Oh, them the OJs. Okay. Just give them some music. That's all y'all got to do. It's so simple. But we have to take care of each other. Stop knowing someone else needs help and not help them, or expecting something in return. And yes, we do get angry, and there's going to be a conversation. And expect that conversation. Don't be like, you only help me so you can talk about me. Yep, I sure do. But you got help, right? So shut up. Take the conversation with the help. I'm not just going to freely give you my help when you messed up. I'm finna tell you about yourself. I'm still going to help you, but you're going to hear this conversation. That's how they go. Y'all sit there and listen to the pastor, his whole conversation. Now you don't want me to tell you about yourself. Ain't that something? But you want me to help you, huh? Well, that's my payment. Me telling you about yourself. Cheers.
All right, she muted her mic. Her cheers was that okay. That was my okay. Gratitude, Marcia. Oh man, she just like some people down. All right now. So I agree with everything Marcia just said. I have experience and or I've relayed the message on everything she said. So I back Marcia's message. Oh goodness. Now, right now I'm going to share this song because in the process of making this video, and again, still looking at myself and coming into what's going on and what will continue going with my body as I continue to grow. This song came in my head. I just had to play it for y'all. I swear I got to play it for y'all. Can you hear that? I was like chopped and screwed. Tisha, Nicole, if you get some breast implants, you're going to get chopped and screwed. You got issues, girl. Don't be a T-Pain lyric, Tisha Nicole. Don't be a T-Pain lyric. Chopped and screwed. That's my position on breast implants. Now, Belle earlier mentioned breast reduction, and she was speaking in regards to breast pain, and I've spoken on that in a previous broadcast. Somewhere I had breast pain issues at one point in time. Yeah, it was big, like and I'm shortcutting right now because I don't want to get into it, but I'm not in depth, but I'm gonna talk about it. I wore big t-shirts growing up. There was a time I was the only little girl around that looked like me, so I was ashamed. I didn't want to be the one that got all the attention like that from the boys. And then I'm still looking like, okay, all these girls is my age. Why I'm the only one that look like this? So I call myself covering it up and hiding it with the big t-shirts. Oh, that don't work. You know what I mean? And then as I spoke before, the natural reduction came from having children. I had my first daughter and my breast size went down. Oh, it was beautiful. Beautiful. Because yes, the breast reduction surgery was on my mind near and dear. So if I had went through with that, whether the child being pregnant helped it go down or not, or whatever, I'd have had breast surgery along with the children, the 3 C-sections I had, and the hysterectomy that came after that. So while I'm on here talking about somebody every 10 years having 6 surgeries, but really 12 because they got to cut each one. Maybe sometimes you do your breast implants in sets of pairs. Is what I think. I don't know. But I do know. Well, I'm talking about them and they every 10 years spending money. Yeah. 3 C-sections, hysterectomy. And if I had my breast reduction, I'd have 5 surgeries. And I'm by the age of 30. Because I had my last child when I was 30. So I had all that going on by the age of 30. And then it would have started when I was 20. So while these women is waiting 10 years, every 10 years to get a surgery, I would have had 5 surgeries in a 10-year period. Sometimes I can't talk about other people without talking about myself. Real talk. And I will do that. Ain't no shame around here. I'm going to talk about myself. It's part of the healing process. I grow. I'm growing from this broadcast right here. I appreciate everybody's feedback. I appreciate the viewership because even if you ain't commenting, I know you're watching, you're listening, you're taking this in some format. And I appreciate you being here because you're going to share it. Whether you're talking about me to somebody, you're sharing it. Whether you're talking about something you saw in here, you're sharing it. And the video is here so they can reference the video and look at it for themselves and maybe get something out of this for themselves specifically and share and keep sharing and we get this message out. A message. One message from this video. I'm happy. And I'm already happy because I've gotten a message myself from today's video. So I'm happy already. I'm happy. And then in talking about I'm getting older, so my breast is in, you know what I mean? That's like crazy because I'm sharing this video right now. And the whole breast traveling is not just when we are older. Sometimes there are younger women who have the breasts that travel. And this video I'm going to share, I put it in the description. So the link is to this video I'm about to share is in the description of this video. And I forget my point. I'm on some type of thing right now. I'm feeling some kind of way. So y'all, yeah, man. So I'm sharing this.
Time for me to open up this conversation and get everyone
This
involved,
girl,
because it doesn't matter your body
she
shape
young.
or size. Any woman can have saggy boobs.
Well,
any
it
age.
might be a source of sadness to you, Shadira, to realise we've been running a phone poll, and we've asked, have you ever considered breast surgery? And nearly 70% of respondents say yes.
I
I did
suppose you have to
too.
ask why they would consider it,
Yeah.
why they think their breasts aren't right.
Yeah, when I was 18, I considered it too. I used to say to my mum all the time that once I'm 18, first thing I do when I get a job, save money, get my boobs done. As much as I do believe women deserve absolute agency over their bodies, and that if they do choose to get a breast augmentation, that's completely up to them. I do feel, however, that a lot of the time it's a shortcut to accepting yourself, because what we don't realize about insecurities is that it's something of the mind. And if you don't learn to view yourself as someone who's wholesome and deserving to be here.
No,
Shadira, when, I just want to know when that, when you flipped there in terms of that experience. So at one stage you were thinking, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then you had the confidence to say, no, this is who I am.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
That shift occurred when I realized that I don't want to look back on my teenage years and my early 20s wishing I'd loved myself a lot more. I want to make sure that I am very present in this moment and believe that I deserve to be here, and that my physical appearance is probably the least interesting thing about me. As beautiful as I am,
you're
it's the
talking
least
about your
interesting
physical appearance
thing.
because you have got a very low cut top on. Okay, so it is quite difficult to not look,
Of course,
obviously,
of course.
and you obviously don't mind.
I don't
people
mind.
looking. Are you doing that because you want to say, here are my breasts? I don't like using the word saggy because it seems insulting, but I'm only saying it because it's the word that
Absolutely.
you use. So are you kind of saying, here are my breasts, they're saggy, they're not pert, I'm a young woman, this is just how they are, and
Absolutely.
I'm proud of them.
Absolutely, I'm reclaiming ownership of every single negative connotation attached to what it means to have saggy boobs. I think the word saggy is just an adjective, and we are the ones who determine whether it's negative or positive.
What about other people? Has anybody else ever said to you, oh, your boobs are a bit saggy, or in a derogatory way?
In my Instagram comments, I've had a few strange men be like, oh, you're so young, why are your boobs so saggy? And again, it's this whole idea that women aren't allowed to age. And on top of that, women shouldn't be caught enjoying themselves during that process of aging. It's really strange because something sagging is normally associated with aging. And it's like women aren't allowed to be a part of that process. You're just supposed to look 21 for the rest of your life. It's so weird.
So what sort of response have you got to the whole campaign, hashtag saggy boobs matter?
I've had an overwhelmingly warm, amazing response, specifically from very young teenagers who have told me that when they came across the hashtag, it actually stopped them from attending a consultation with a plastic surgeon, which was amazing to hear. But what's been even more like heart-filling was receiving messages from breastfeeding mothers telling me that this hashtag has allowed them to feel more beautiful during such a beautiful process, such an amazing process of breastfeeding your child that not many women are able to partake in. And it's a shame that you feel ashamed for your body changing during such a short period of time because you feel like you've lost ownership and control. But it's something that you should actually enjoy. And I'm really glad that I've been able to contribute to another woman feeling more comfortable.
What do you...
Marcia, would you share with me your feedback on that video? Young lady sounds very positive. Somebody net close to me referred that video to me for me to watch when I was going through my self time. You want to share what your thoughts were with that video?
What I gathered from what she was saying is that because society tries to dictate who you are, you get all these images. You know, we get images from the time we're born of what we should be. Even like I said, it starts with the baby. Your baby should smell like this. You should dress your baby like this. And oh, ain't that cute? Them kids don't even want all them clothes on. We be dressing them up in Nikes and 5 different outfits a day. The kids is happy with a t-shirt on to throw up on you. I mean, it's us. We choose to fall into the trap of what beautiful is. But so many of us are looking at beautiful as far as physical beauty, and a lot of us are messing with our minds. And unfortunately, we get trapped especially the young kids, and with the social media is so detrimental. Everything is everybody's business. You don't even have a private moment anymore. I call this the Truman Show, because you know everything about everybody, and you get caught up in it, and you want to tell people your story, and you want them to know your business because you want likes and shares, and it's become insanity. When we didn't have cell phones and had to wait to get home to get the message or check the caller ID, life was so much simpler. Now everybody's mad all day now because you keep getting these images of who you should be, or they're not gonna disrespect me. Everybody want to shoot each other. This is crazy. It's all imagery from the media. It's a social experiment. And it's up to us to be stronger and not fall for it. You have to be comfortable. My ideal is just being as simple as possible. That's why I'm trying to go off grid. I'd rather wear overalls and boots than heels and skirts. That is not my ideal of living. I'm ready to get back to the farm life. I've never been on a farm, but something in me is saying that is where I should be, one with nature. I don't need chemicals. That's what got this planet in the trouble it's in now, all these chemicals, all this radiation. This planet is dead. And while we're here, we have to be the life force of this planet. So we have to get back to nature and do things the right way. We have to understand that we are being programmed to be something that we are not. I told you, we just life-size Barbie dolls now. They trying to see how far can they push us. What's the trend now? Like the guys, they wearing their pants halfway off their butt. Like, who started that? What's the trend now? The girls with the extra long fingernails, they can't wipe their butts now. What's the trend now? That long eyelashes. Every time there's a social experiment, we wind up being the butt of the joke. They laughing at us because they trying to see how can we twist y'all and turn y'all and make y'all spend y'all money with us and put our brand on your back. It's just another form of slavery. They putting their names on your back. You're not even making your own clothes and putting your own name on it. Gucci don't like you. They don't. You taking care of their next 10 generations. They don't care about you. And you're arrested if you go in the Gucci store and they don't think you got no money. Stay in there 5 minutes and see. They calling somebody. Come get them. We sit up here and fall for this okie doke every time. The banana in the tailpipe. That's us. We fall for it every time. Air Force Ones. We made them popular. Nelly, whole video about Air Force Ones. We made them popular. They stock went through the roof. Yeah, y'all keep singing about our stuff. Keep wearing them Timberlands. Yeah, keep talking about you got all iced out. We don't own nothing, really. We really don't. But yeah, we keep feeding into their environment. Farouk Hunter, y'all look him up, Farouk Hunter. He's over in Kazakhstan. He's already has a trade agreement with them. He's going to open up the Silk Road. What he's doing is making it so we manufacture everything ourselves. We get our own products and we sell them to the world instead of us being consumers. Let them other people be consumers. He's finna flip everything over. And it's a process. And he own it. He just building a team. We finna take over. But we gotta have the team strong. Like I said, I got 2 plots in Georgia. I also own an antenna on the 5G tower because we the only one in Sparta, Georgia that got 5G. We're gonna be making everything. And he done been to over 80 countries learning how to make whatever. High-end shoes. You want to grow tea. He get do whatever your mind can dream of. If you go on freedomnation.me/apply and look down that list, they know how to do all of that. It's about 80 different things, crafts you can do, and whatever you think of. Computers, you want to get down and dirty in the dirt, we can do all that. It don't even matter. But you got to be committed. It's a process. It's not going to be no microwave generation. That's what's wrong with us now. We want everything done immediately. We don't even want to warm up our food no more. Like, how did we go from y'all grandmama warmed up y'all food in the oven on the stove? Y'all, I can't got time for that. I can't wait 15, 20 minutes to eat. I'm hungry now. Let me go through the drive-through. Okay, well, drive yourself down to the cancer center when you get through, because that's what you just ate. You just ate a mouthful of dead everything and chemicals.
Or calling poison control.
Now, that's what you need to be calling. I ate something that made my stomach hurt. No shit. You shouldn't be eating dead things. That's your fault. I ate something the other day, and I right now I'm trying to get my weight up, so I'm eating stuff I shouldn't be eating. I really am. But I ate something, and as soon as I ate it, 20 minutes later, I was like, it's some pork somewhere. I have ingested pork. And my husband was like, we ain't got no, I'm telling you. I said, because I know the way that smell. I said, it smelled like burning rubber. That's pork. So I'm looking at the stuff. I'm going online and I research it. Yep, pork. I didn't know it. I just ate it. And I didn't think. The next morning, I had diarrhea for about 30 minutes. My body will not let that in there. It kicks it out. I was like, somebody done slipped me some pork. What is wrong with y'all? So these companies don't even have to tell you all the ingredients that's in their product. But if you was growing your own food, guess what you would know? You would know that already. I ain't gonna have no pork in my apples, I can tell you that. So, I'm taking a chance. I'm Russian roulette with my health every time I eat something that's not from nature. And I'm taking that gamble. So that's my fault. I won't eat that again, I promise you that. But you live and you learn. So that's what I'm telling y'all. Be appreciative of who you are. Be appreciative of whatever was given to you, your body, your mind. You can always improve on your mind, read more books, go to lectures, and you can do all that great stuff. Get in tune with the universe. The universe will download you when you won't even be thinking about anything. It'll just pop, pop, pop. You'll be like, wait, I ain't even looking for this information. No, you need it here. And then you just in class 24/7 trying to figure out, I'll tell y'all a perfect example of a person that happened to, and y'all will understand because they really don't talk about it. Michael Jackson couldn't sleep because he kept getting downloaded. And it's hard as an artist. Artists are very, very special people. When they start getting downloads, they can't stop it. So it just keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Imagine you got all these poems and songs in your head, and 24 hours a day, they just keep coming in, and you can't write fast enough. You can't get on the recorder fast enough. And you scared how you gonna sleep through that? So he was trying to force himself to go to sleep because he kept getting downloaded. Once he got in tune, it wasn't anything he could do about it. It just kept coming and coming and coming. So he was a great artist. He probably got 10,000 songs out of him, but he kept getting them downloads and everything was original. So it couldn't, so why you can't take it? Because you can't sleep. I get up in the middle of the night, I'd be like, I force myself to sleep now. I just turn off everything. And that's another thing. TV don't end now. TV used to go off 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I grew up in that era. So I remember that the TV was just nothing there. now I don't care when you turn it on, it's there. You can't sleep because there's always something going on. It's always busy. Your circadian rhythm is completely destroyed because you're never in a state of rest. And that's what happened to Michael. He couldn't get in a state of rest. And if y'all remember, Michael Jackson made this song and it said, they got me working day and night. He was telling y'all, help. He couldn't stop. They had him. Once they got a hold of him, they wouldn't release him. And he just, it got too much, too many downloads. Finally, he got out. Man, unfortunately, he had to get out that way, but it's hard, man, when you getting those downloads to just be quiet. You can't be quiet. And he said in order to ease his mind, he would listen to classical music. And I understand it because I do it too. When I get real irritated, I have to listen to classical music. But he said that's the only way he could get his mind to relax because there were no words, just the music.
Yes, no words, just the music. They was doing this. Ah, hold up, y'all. I was gonna play that. That song was the Working Day and Night. That's the name of the song. Yeah, and I'm super surprised. Kai Creature says she remembered, but she loves Michael Jackson. I keep telling her and my granddaughter Lulu sit and share the president of the Michael Jackson fan club seat. I swear they do.
It's nothing playing, Joy. You're silent.
Thanks for sharing it. Can you hear it now? That's it right there. I was with, if I could have fast forward, I would have, but I just played it. Sounded good leading up to that. But when you said working day and night, that's the one part I kept hearing when you were saying that. Oh man, yeah. And the messages. And I get down, people's in here talking about they get downloads. I get downloads too. And I'm just like, I be having like to make myself lay down and be still. Cause I just be like done. I just like right now, I got papers, I got notes everywhere because I grab a note, this stack stay here, this stack stay here, this stack stay here. The notes just keep coming. Like when I'm on the broadcast, like now, this the sheet I've been stuff coming to me while I'm on here. But sometimes I'll be like, you was dancing too, Kai. I was dancing inside. Try not to take over the show because I know Marcia, you was dancing it out. But yeah, I'll be like, just have to make myself lay down and then it's just like I feel the importance of recording what I'm receiving because in the receivings that I'm supposed to share out. And then I'll be feeling like this sense of if I don't hurry and write it down, I'll forget it. And then I'll be frustrated or want to beat myself up because I didn't write it down in the moment. So with Michael Jackson, like you said, the artists be having those type deals. Not that I'm not an artist, but there's different levels of artists and what they do. And I'm just starting out, I'd say, on what I'm doing compared to the lifetime of downloads that Michael Jackson shared. And then over time, those downloads, you work on embracing them and receiving them so you can manage them better. But you never know how the downloads is going to come. So like once you think you've learned to manage it, it come in a whole nother type different wave. But him, I could not imagine. So yeah, I could see him, what you were saying about him needing to go to sleep and the efforts he went through to get that sleep. Because without that sleep, you just be like what they call zombies. You just be like walking and going through pilot mode, autopilot. I've been on autopilot myself for a few days. I swear, it's been something else the past few days for me. And I just keep rolling with it because I'm okay. It's okay. It's all right. Now, I had up a screen earlier for natural ways to lift the breast travel up. And I know Sister Bell mentioned olive oil. I'm familiar with olive oil. One thing I learned in the past about olive oil, so actually I've known about this, but one thing with using olive oil is to make sure that it's a specific olive oil. The olive oil has to be in a dark bottle. If it's not in a dark bottle, it's not going to be a productive olive oil for you. It's just not. Avocado oil. Now, I don't know about making olive oil yourself. I've made my own avocado oil. From the avocado, I've cut it. You use the peel and you boil it in the oils. It's a whole stages type thing. How to make your own olive oil, I don't know. So in the meantime, if I use some for now, I'll make sure it's in a dark bottle. And most times, if you can grab a bottle for $5 and it's about this size, it's not the right type olive oil. You're going to spend some money for the top type olive oil I'm speaking about. Also, Sister Bell mentioned swimming. And so that's something I saw as well. I'm not a swimmer. I know a great swimmer, and I am like a little ways away from him right now. And so I couldn't get any lessons from him right now. But yeah, swimming is something that I'm going to pick up again. The olive oil, Marcia. Yes, something look like that, Marcia. Yep. And I exercising. So I'm already active and in the, working out and to tone up my body in other parts. I got other parts I'm working on toning up. I'm not doing workout. This word exercise is getting on my nerves today. I don't know what it's doing, but right now it's not working for me. When I'm working out and I'm stepping on the scale, I'm not doing it for weight loss. I'm doing it to tone up what I think is about to happen to my body. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I have a lot of things to do and I refuse to because I have lost weight. There's just parts of me where the weight loss went that I'm not willing to watch it just hang around. I'm not willing to watch the skin hang around. And I'm not just talking about my arms. I'm just using that as an example. I got parts I'm not willing. Me personally, I'm not willing to watch it hang around. So in the process of, so I haven't yet, but I plan to add some chest exercises to my workouts. And I definitely plan to get back into some swimming. And I have so many products in my cart online. I'm going to have to add olive oil to it one day. Oh, it's so many great things to have in your cart besides them Air Force Ones Marcia mentioned. I have some teas and herbs in my cart. And I actually, right now they in there because I'm doing comparison pricing. I need stuff to make sense if I'm going to buy it and if I'm going to be putting it in my body. And then I also got to look at who's making it and where it's being shipped from and all some other things. So stuff stays in my cart for a little bit of time, but I eventually get to it. So for me, that's the gist of the presentation today. For me, I've learned a lot. I've healed a lot. I appreciate Sister Bell also being here because she has been a guide for me in my overall healing process in life. Not sure how much I just shared that she actually knew, but yeah, Sister Bell is part of my healing process, and she has been from day one when I've seen her on Facebook. I'm not sure how specifically right now I came across Sister Bell being a friend of mine on Facebook, but I'm glad she is. I'm glad she is and has been. And, you know, some people I can tell you, most people I can tell you why they are my Facebook friend. That's why I only have like 400 versus 4,000 Facebook friends. I did the near 5,000 game. I don't like that because once you hit 5,000, you got to create another page. I don't have time for 5,000 plus people looking at me and they can't even talk to me. So for me, this is not the Truman Show. I don't have time. If you can't talk to me, you can't communicate with me on a one-on-one basis, I don't need you looking at me. Ain't nothing you can learn from me. Now, some people learn and they observe you from afar. That's fine. You could be a silent observer. You can watch me and learn something, get something from me. But 5,000 of y'all, that's not happening. I ain't got no platform like that. I ain't visible to the world like that on them scales. Not right now in the knowing where I'm at. I'm good with possibly 400 people calling my phone every day. I'm good with the 400 count. That's my piece right now. Marcia, you want to share something?
No, I'm listening. I'm good.
All right. So I'm going to play I am playing my, speaking of platforms and being visible, I am playing my tour video right now. So me and Marcia going to step back so y'all can watch this video. And then we'll be right back to sum up the show and talk about some other things right fast, right quick. Right fast, right quick.
That's right. Joy Allen. Yes, indeed, the great goddess from the Karmic Dynasty YouTube channel. Okay, so you know she's gonna be dropping it. So you gotta come see her. And she coming to a city near you. I said, look, listen, I saw the list, I saw Atlanta, I saw Virginia, okay, I saw Washington, I saw Boston. So she's pulling up, okay, Silent to Sound event and lecture tour, where she's gonna be dropping gems and illumination. Okay, I'm gonna be tuning in. Each city is gonna have its own topic. Each city is gonna have its own topic. Okay, very interesting. That's a very interesting format. So I'm gonna tune in and we gotta check her out. I want y'all to be there. Okay, let's stay on the frequency, stay on their vibration. Okay, and support our beloved goddess. Okay, Wadu.
Peace, peace, peace. Gratitude to you all. And Marcia.
Yes.
If you do not want to share anything else, would you share with us? And if something comes up while you're closing, that's great too. We can extend it out as far as you like, you're comfortable. But share with us all once more who you are, how we can contact you.
I am Marcia Harris Owens, legally. Marcia Owens Harris on Facebook. For some reason, I couldn't switch that around. I just left it. I am the small business owner of a company called Common Sense, COMMONSCENTS. You can also find my Facebook group, which has about 10 years of information in it, because that's all I do is put information in there. My husband is Black Star Organite, Rodney Owens, but Rod the Moore on Facebook. My website is www.commonsense4u.com or .org. Everything isn't up on my website. I would prefer you call me and consult with me. It's free at 757-383-0202. A lot of things you may need may already be in your kitchen, and I'm not trying to sell you a dream. So if I already feel you can do it yourself, that's where we're going with that. Right now, I am in the process of selling guitar gemstone pendants, because I am having my own fundraiser to pay my medical bills that I just incurred. I have an $8,000 deductible. Oh my God. The first day I got my insurance, I wound up in the emergency room. The bill was $10,000, and I'm sure my insurance hates me right now, but oh well. So I have some medical issues, and I'm seeing a cardiologist, a rheumatologist, and a gynecologist. And hopefully soon I'll get my results back and we'll find out what's wrong with me. And then I will start working with an herbalist, which will be Yaki Hickman, so that I can reset my system and get my body and my mind back in tune with nature. Yeah, those are some of the guitar pendants that have been sold. The ones that I have right now are on my Facebook page. I created a photo album. It's 15 of them. They're amazing. The artist that has them right now, his name is Chris Stone Kingfish Ingram, and he's on his way to the Grammys in 2 weeks in Vegas. And he has about 5 of my guitar pendants. And I'm so excited. He doesn't know me personally. It was through a friend, but it is nice that somebody that's actually a musician, he's a blues musician, and he's 22 years old and he's phenomenal. Kingfish, you check him out on YouTube. You'll be amazed at what he can do with them guitars. And he's played with some of the greats already. So he's history beyond history. His level is in the stratosphere somewhere. I don't know where he came from, but he is, I can't even explain him. He's so great. I hope to get to meet him one day, because there's some things I need to tell him. I got a download for him, but I'll wait and see if that path crosses officially. He is going to probably be a member of the Freedom Village at some point, indirectly, but then I'll be able to access him. I'm not trying to get to him right now because he's got stuff that he needs to do, and I understand that. So if anybody wants to purchase anything from me, I do. My husband does organite crystals and gemstones. I work with another designer to get stuff wrapped now, so they're really unique pieces. Because I don't wrap, but you know, sometimes you gotta collaborate with somebody to get stuff done, and that's what I've been doing with this designer. And we work really well together, and I'm on top of them to get stuff exactly right for me. And that's how I got all the guitar pendants. So I'm really excited about this. So if you know a musician, DJ, music producer, whatever, or you just like musical things, get a guitar from me. They're $100 each. And like I said, a portion of that goes towards my medical bills. And I'm not going to do a GoFundMe. No, that's never happening. I know too many people, and you can go to Walmart and buy stuff. I mean, shop with me too. I'm available. I'm actually going to talk to you because I care what you think. Walmart don't care. They get your stuff and go. And don't go to self-checkout. You might get arrested. But I'm just saying, they be watching y'all turning off the machines and everything. I'm like, I only go to Walmart for other people. I do not shop at Walmart for myself. I have banned Walmart about 20 years ago. So if you see me in Walmart, I promise you I'm making money. I'm not in there spending money. Walmart is dead to me. They are a weapon of mass destruction. So no, thank you. And y'all can look. There's actually a documentary, and it's called Walmart: Weapon of Mass Destruction. It's on YouTube. They're terrible. So I don't co-sign with Walmart and Sam's Club. No, they can keep both of them. So if you all need me, reach me. If you have any questions, I know a lot of stuff, and if I don't know it, I have resources, and I'll get that information to you. If you're interested in starting a small business and you don't know where to start, reach out to me. I can help you. We can work together. We can do some wholesale, whatever. Look, I don't make shea butter. I got to get it from somebody. So we can't make everything ourselves. And one day, maybe yes, but not right now. Manufacturing is costly. So you're going to get it from somebody. And if you have any information for me or a subject matter you want me to collaborate with Joy Allen on, we can always put together another meeting. I have a wealth of information like she does. And once I feel better, she might catch me at one of her tours. You know, I might have to be a little guest speaker in the corner somewhere. Like, yeah, that's me.
Little
So,
nothing. Ain't nothing little about you, Marcia. Stop
you know,
playing.
I like to stay in the background. I'm not with the fluff and flash.
Me
Don't see
neither.
me. I'm a worker bee. I'm not the queen bee. I'm just the worker bee. And I'm happy with that position. I help others. So I love you all, and peace and blessings. And if, like I said, make sure y'all drinking y'all water, and not just any water. I know it's 100 different waters out here. Get you a filtration system that's portable. I do have a Berkey. I have additional fluoride filters added to it. With the Berkey, you can take it anywhere you go. You can get any type of water, swamp water, and throw it in there, come out crystal clear. It removes 99.9% of biological contaminants, plus the additional fluoride filters. Fluoride is very dangerous to the brain and the body. You can do the research on that. And I try to stay away from fluoride. That's why I made the herbal tooth powder, so you all don't have to ingest fluoride. If you go to the dentist, tell them do not put that fluoride on your teeth. Do not brush your teeth with that fluoride toothpaste. If you find you an herbal or organic dentist, forget that. You can get an organic dentist. I have one. And get those mercury fillings out of your teeth. Mine are gone. So you can do all these things. Don't spend your money on things that are not going to improve your health. So go to the thrift store and shop for your clothes, but spend your money on your herbs. Get quality herbs. Find Yaki Hickman awaken.com website and get your herbs from him. I'm telling you, he's a reputable guy. He actually gets his herbs from the source, the country of origin. A lot of times you have to take his lawyer with him up to customs to get that stuff released. So he's not getting stuff from these warehouses that's sitting in here that might have mouse droppings in them. He's actually getting it from the source of the country that they come from. Like I said, he's like Dr. CB 2.0. He know his stuff. He's real good. Find him. Find his YouTube. Listen to him. He gonna tell you the truth, and you will be amazed at what you learn from him. If you put his video playlist on and just listen to it for about 3 weeks, your whole life will change. You will understand all your health issues. And he actually told, he got a video about water, but what he said, I understood it. Now, yes, I do have a water filtration system, but the best water is the water that comes from the fruit. It's a different level of water that we are supposed to be consuming. Watermelon, cucumbers, those are really high in water. So the best water is from the fruit water, which is from nature. And that blew my mind, but I understood what he was saying. Yeah, we could drink that, but that's second tier water. We want the top line. We want it right from the source, which is your fruits. So eat more fruits. Love you all. Peace.
Thank you, Marcia. I support Yaki Awakens messages. I am familiar definitely with the drinking the water from the fruit, because I've done that myself. I got that from him as well. And so what I gathered from him with that is, what is it? How's it go? It's something different. Yeah. Drink your food. Is it and eat? How'd it go? Drink your, I'm gonna let y'all look at me while I figure this out. Drink your food. So the other one be eat your liquids. Have something like that. Is that right? Something like that. So to say, yeah, you want water, get it from your fruit, which we look at as things that we eat. And then the things that we drink need to be the things that we would eat before, like our vegetables. Blended is the point. Blend it. So drink your foods. Am I saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. Goodness, I'm gonna leave it right there. Y'all know what I'm saying. Also, in my video, T-shirt and no panties on, is highlighting Yaki's video on herpes. And Marcia has mentioned several times eczema. Eczema is a form of herpes, if you didn't know. Some people look at my T-shirt and no panties on title and like, what is Joy Allen on today? Joy Allen is on, but the panties ain't on. That's what I'm on. Herpes, no herpes. Herpes, there's issues with that. Get your stuff right. As Marcia mentioned, not only herpes, but cancer. It's how it's phrased, it's how it's directed to you that puts you on the alert system called fear. Don't let them do it to you. Don't let them do it to you. Be aware, be knowledgeable, be not ignorant on what herpes is. Check out the Yaki video. If you do not watch my t-shirt and no panties on video, the link to Yaki's video is in the description of that video. You can go straight to Yaki's video. That's why I put in the description. You ain't got to watch my video. Hear it, and I even said it in that video of mine. Go watch his video anyway, because you get the full length of the video. You hear it straight from him, because I was just paraphrasing. And also, the same way that Marcia is connected to get to him to be able to continue on her healing journey, he shares those same options for you in his video. So not that for me to tell you, she'll be like, oh, I showed up. Joy Allen said I can come. No, you can see it straight from him in his videos. He's invited you. He has a whole system and all of them options for you to be better, for you to be on your wellness journey in another manner. Definitely. I am out of here on that note with Marcia, and I am, oh, my tour, yeah, I meant to mention, tour starting real soon, real soon. A lot of times people take what I say for granted, like I'm playing with y'all, and I'm not. Maybe not you specifically, but y'all, who is y'all know who I'm talking about. When I say something, I'm not playing. So a few videos ago when I said, oh, y'all gonna watch my background change up real soon, it don't look like I was playing, was I? I don't play. When I say I'm gone, I'm gone. When I say something gonna happen, it's gonna happen. So what I'm telling you now is the tour is the Silence and Sound tour. I'm not giving nobody who don't need it the dates and locations and times. Just those that have contacted me and will contact me and will see me in the cities listed on the flyer. And what I'm saying right now is, long story short, the tour starts real soon. No jokes. I also promise you all that before Marcia sees me on a tour, Marcia is going to see me in her city on a personal visit, on a personal note. Sometimes that's what movement is. It's silent mode, stealth mode. Stealth mode. I'm on this journey. I ain't got time to let everybody know where I'm at all the time, what I'm doing. Ain't none of their business. I've said that before. None of the business. I'm out of here. Peace, balance, wholeness, wellness to you all. Good night. Good grand night. Good, great, grand night. Good, great, grand night.